Hi, good day everyone. So I'm Leslie Espanola, and for today's discussion, we will going to discuss the different methods on presenting data. Because in statistics, the data collected must be organized and presented effectively for the analysis and interpretation of data. The flow of this discussion is first, we will discuss the objectives. Second is presentation of discussion, and third is conclusion. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to first define and illustrate the different method of presenting data. Second, identify the parts of statistical table. Third is determine the different types of graph and their uses. Fourth is represent a set of data using the different method of presenting data. So, what is presentation of data? Presentation of data, this is referred to the organization of data into tables, graph, or chart so that logical and statistical conclusion can be derived from collective measurements. So there are three types of method in presenting data. First is the textual, second is tabular, and third is graphical. So this is the example. So textual presentation is data gathered in paragraph form, or it is written and read with combination of text and figures. So in other words, from the word itself, data is represented in a form of paragraph, which combines text and figures. The examples of textual presentation is data in business, finance, economics, or industries, which are used to make emphasis or to make comparison, contrast, and synthesis or finding. So this is example of textual presentation. Of all 150 sample interviewed, the following complaints were noted: 27 for slow internet access, 25 for dirty restroom, 20 for unfriendly staff, and 17 for a not well-maintained swimming. So, as you can see and observe, it represents data using the form of paragraph or a text. So, the next method in presenting data is the tabular presentation. From the word itself, tabular, it represents data in the use of tables, a systematic organization of data in columns and rows. So, it gives a more precise, systematic, and orderly presentation of data in rows and columns. It makes comparison of figures easy and comprehensible. So now there are 6 parts of statistical table. First is the table heading, second is tabs, third is boxhead, next is body and footnotes, and lastly the source notes. So as you can see, this is the table heading, the top 5 schools during zone meet. It's a table heading. And the box head is this. The schools, bronze, silver, gold, and total. While the stubs are this, the school. And the body is this, the data. And the footnotes is here. Last update, May 13, 2021. Source, Mariano Untal High School Committee. So, and the next method in presenting data is the graphical presentation. From the word graphic, it used graph, charts, or diagram in presenting data. A method which enables to present the cause and effect relationship between two variables. In the use of graphical presentation, you will be able to know the relationship, the cause and effect relationship between the two variables. There are four types of graphs and diagrams: the bar graph, pie graph, line graph, and pictograph or pictogram. Bar graph. It is used to show relationship or comparison between two groups. There are two types of bar graph: the vertical bar graph and the horizontal bar graph. Vertical bar graph is a column chart changes a vertical bar graph is a column chart changes of numerical value over time, while this is the example of vertical bar graph. So as you can see, it changes the numerical value over time. The next is the horizontal bar graph. This is used if a number of different items are to be compared relative to the given time. This is the example of horizontal bar graph. So the next is the pie graph. Pie graph is used to represent quantities that make up a whole, and it shows percentage effectively. It is a circular diagram cut into subdivisions. The whole size of a pie graph is 360 degrees. The size of each section indicates the proportion of each component part of the whole. The pie chart can be constructed using percent or the actual figures. The slice of the pie must be thrown into proportion to the different values of items. So this is the example of a pie graph. So food 34%, savings 12%, transportation 24%, bills is 40%. Line graph. It shows the relationship between two or more set of quantities, most useful in displaying data that changes continuously over time. Line graph may show the relationship between two variables, and it is best used to establish trends. Line graph. The graph shows the temperature in New York City, degrees in Fahrenheit from day 1 to day 6. So this is the best presentation of the data about the temperature in New York, because line graph present data that are continuously changing over time, such as temperature. Pictogram or pictograph. It uses small figures of objects called isotopes in making comparisons. Each picture represents a definite quantity. So this small smile emoji is called isotopes and corresponds to one child. So banana is the most favorite fruit among children. Discussion, there are three types of method in presenting data. First is the textual presentation, graphical presentation, and tabular presentation. So in textual presentation, it uses words or text to present data, while the graphical presentation uses graph charts such as pie graph, line graph, bar graph, and so on. While the tabular presentation it uses table to represent data and to have synthesis about the certain data. So all in all, the different methods on presenting data helps individual to analyze and have synthesis in the data they have collected. So I would like to give thanks to SlideGo because this presentation template was created by SlideGo, including the icons, Flaticon, infographics, and images by FreePic. So these are the fonts and colors used and their citation, pictures and graphs used. So thank you everyone for listening for this discussion. Have a good day.